Good morning. Okay. I think your daily win here. Let's try to wait for others to also join.
Move is not good.
Good morning. Welcome. So most of us are coming to class late today. So, all right. Everybody is taking their time. Okay. So we just have Peace, Senna, John Kennedy. All right. Okay. So today I wanted to I've checked just two people that were able to submit the assignments yesterday. Uh, I don't know the reason why others were not able to send theirs. Uh, okay, so people, where is this thing again? So just Ekemini and what's the person's name again? Ekemini and Kristen that have submitted their video assignments. Uh, okay. So peace, why haven't you submitted the assignments? Hmm? Uh, so now I'm asking everybody here now why they've not submitted their assignments. So names that I can see here. Um, Senna. So why haven't you submitted the assignment? You can unmute yourself and give reasons why.
Good morning, sir. Honestly, I do not have any serious excuses. Just that I've been busy rounding up my project in school, so that's been taking a lot of time for me. I just installed the software yesterday, but I promised to do it today and send it in.
Okay, but yesterday was the deadline for submission. So uh, maybe okay, still do it and send it in. Let's see how it goes. Um, Mirabel,
Good morning, sir.
morning. So why haven't you done your assignment? The video editing, the
I
record
know
for the video editing.
I,
editing.
I cannot lie, sir. As in, it's as if my head wants to explode. I'm actually doing this project that it's like I'm doing 10 things at the same time. As in, I can't even concentrate. But I know that I need this class so much. If not, I won't even be showing up at all. So I'm
Okay.
so sorry, sir. Please.
Well, still aside that, I know you, but you don't used to work in the night now, Abby. Do you?
Mm, I work in the night too.
Are you
Most
sure?
times. Yes, sir.
You're very
But I'm
sure.
awake till probably four thereabouts.
Uh, okay. Still try to find a way to do the assignment. It's just something of a just one
That
minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're done. The people that did theirs didn't take up to Ekemini.
yes,
Ekemini's
sir.
own
Yes.
didn't take much time.
Thank you,
Ekemini's
sir.
assignment was just 2 minutes. And the reason one is how many? Okay, it wasn't the read that took it the read made its own 5 minutes. So it's something of few minutes. It's not going to take the whole day. Okay. Uh,
Um,
that's understandable. Who else again? Can I see? Peace, I asked you earlier on, you didn't say anything. Okay. Diala. Diala, why haven't you done your assignment? Crystal Gunners, Diala. You can mute yourself and tell me why. Is Diala not here?
Morning, sir.
Oh, good morning. It's like your network is poor.
Morning, sir.
Okay, good morning. So why haven't you done your assignment?
Actually, I don't have a laptop for now, and my phone cannot install that software. So the thing is just giving me a very big concern. So that's my major problem.
Ekemini didn't she was not able to install she wasn't able to install Adobe Premiere on her laptop, so she installed CapCut. But she still have to do that thing with Adobe Premiere since she has a laptop. You, why didn't you install CapCut on your phone to do something and submit? Screen record and submit. I said something about using phone to screen record and submit. Well,
Mm,
uh, that's that. Join others as they are finding ways to do their own and submit. Because I will not ask again next time. Uh, who else again? Who else again? Jean. Jean, why haven't you done your assignment? Huh? You can mute yourself and speak.
Okay, I just joined the class yesterday
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it's
and
true.
I'm still going through the video. I'm not even done yet.
Okay, okay, yes. I remember Jane and what's the other person's name? I've forgotten. Okay. Do well to go through the videos, but you still do the assignments, right? You still do the assignments. So from now to weekend, so your submission should be at weekend. So for you and the other lady, I've forgotten the name. I think Favor or something there about. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then who again can I see here? Empress, Emanuela, John Kennedy. Why haven't you done your assignment? Empress, first of all. Empress, unmute yourself and answer. Why haven't you done your video editing?
Good morning, sir. It's John Kennedy. Yeah, I
Okay.
just joined the class yesterday.
Oh, you just joined the class yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so do well to go through the recorded class. Then make sure you do the assignment and submit by weekend. Empress, I want to hear from you.
I've been having problem with my line, the line I use for data. So I just rectified it yesterday. I had to go
You, you,
to
you've always been in
Airtel.
class. You've always been in class. Data is
I
not a
wasn't in class
problem.
yesterday
Okay, but
because of that issue.
the assignment does not require you to use data. You just have to just record the process of what you're doing on
I
the
thought,
editing software.
okay, I thought I had to do with data.
You do it and submit it today. You and
Okay.
others, Senna, what's that, Mirabel and the rest. Submission
Okay.
is today.
I will.
Deadline. It was yesterday, but I just have to revisit it today.
Thank you very much.
Who again? We can see. Okay. Some people are coming and going. So that's that. John Peter. John Peter. Your assignment. Why haven't you done it? This John Peter is always on transit. Well, maybe that's what he's doing. Okay. So I've asked almost everyone that is here. So, all right. Yesterday my John Peters, don't unmute yourself, oh, please. The noise on your background is too much, but you can just use the chat to answer my question. Your background, the noise is too much. My question is, why haven't you done your assignment and submitted? Whatever reason it may be, the grace for submission is today. Just to be today. If you don't submit today, that's all. Okay. So today we'll be learning how to add transitions to the video to our project. And should in case you want to add transitions, then we have the liberty to use custom transitions, and also we have the liberty to create our own transitions, right? So to effectively do that, we have to use that on our Premiere Pro, right? Use that on the Premiere Pro app. Uh, so let's see, where's my Premiere Pro? So from yesterday's class, so far so good on your personal studies. What are the questions that you have based on your personal studies yesterday's class? Or nobody doing, nobody, everybody's always busy. Are you always busy? Hmm? Yesterday I asked your questions. Today questions again. Nobody. It's not. It's not later after this class is coming or is maybe towards the ending of this class. They will now come with our questions and start saying, start going back to like the first class. Nah, like I should not speak Igbo today before they will say I'm speaking. But before I answer that question, it's going to take a while. It's going to be long. Okay. Some people just came up. People like Chibuike, Ekemini as well. Okay, Ekemini has an assignment. Chibuike has not done his assignment. But generally, for those of us that's not coming now, I asked reasons why you've not done your assignment, but I understand that some of the reasons are just there. But whatever the reason may be, eh, the submission shouldn't be more than today. It should be today. I just want the submission today. I shouldn't stress on it. I stress too much on encouragement speeches or encouragement talk. I should do less of that this period. Okay, are you the one that is Mr. Sent on the WhatsApp group, Chibuike? Okay, if you're the one that is Mr. Sent, stop. I think, okay, I think you have you have to do it. You still do it, yeah. But now that you have resources and you have things to yourself, you do it. So you do it and submit it today, latest. The people that have the grace to submit it till weekend are those people that just joined the class yesterday. So for those of those that just joined the class yesterday, I will see how I can, although you still have to go back to the recording. Although this is kind of like a drag, a drag backwards. So, but there's no way I just have to. Okay, okay. Down that's aside too.
Hello, sir. See, please don't be offended, though.
Ah,
Please, it will help us because I went through the video. I don't really understand what was the whole assignment all about, So, but I would like you to even come afresh, like for you to guide us so that we can be able to do the assignment and submit it very fast. Because I went through the video yesterday, but I don't really understand the whole this thing.
next time when you want to when you want to say something, you can just use the chat to indicate. Then I'll notice. Then you can say something or saying something, but and you just cut me short, right? Yeah, just for next time purpose. Well, I understand the point you're coming in from. Everything that was in that video from day one. Okay, one other thing I noticed is that most of us don't know how to find the videos on that channel. When you go to YouTube, I gave you a directive yesterday. Next to the home tab, you're going to see videos. So you just count the videos. The videos at the top are the recent videos, right? And I did put all of them in a playlist. They're all in a playlist. So maybe what people want is for me to name them class one, class two, class three, class four, class five. I'll see if I can rename them. If I can rename them, then I think that will help people very well. So, but if you say I should go through the class again, like saying all that I said for the past 1 week. We're already 1 week behind, right? Saying all that I said for the past 1 week is going to be a drag, right? So what I'm just going to do today, I'm just going to brush the top, like brush the surface, so that when you are watching those videos, you have like a coordination. You'll be coordinated, like you'll be more organized, understanding the video and following up with what the all that has been said there, right? That's what's gonna happen. Uh, Mr. Saint, I mean, Chibuike, what are you saying on this group again? That option for you to summarize, I wanted you to make a summary. I wanted you to say that summary yesterday, and the summary was for all that was learned, right? And but I discovered that there was no time, there was not much time for that allocation, giving you time to explain and also this. I sent this one. Yes.
Yeah, that is true. But recall, you told me that I would do the summary yesterday. But yesterday, when I came online, you were on Upwork teaching, and suddenly I was locked out by network for complete 1 hour. I was just battling. Didn't change the SIM card, didn't change the SIM. I was just switching in order to come back online, but it didn't work until later. And when I joined data, you were about ending the class. So you see the challenges we face.
Good, big. Let me start with the Chibuike. The problem with you not you being locked out, this, and the rest, like it was not from my own end. Eh? It's as a result of your network issue. So I don't really know how you're going to dissolve that one, but nonetheless, all in all, I think I've just relaxed that summary tax of a thing. At least you've done the summary, you've learned it is for your own betterment. At least your mind now is now developed. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to push you to the extreme so that you uh, do beyond the excuses or the complaints so far. Mm. But still on still, you still record, you still do that recording. You still show how to open CapCut, how to create new project, how to create sequence, then how to import media files to your media browser. The what have you all that we've done so far. That's I think on the second or third day thereabouts. So okay. For those of us that are joining the class now, that's how it used to be. When you join something halfway, it's like that. It's often like that, right? You need to be revitalized, your memory revitalized, bring you like refreshing you. It's just like bringing you into the system again, like an initiation process. So you need to be told that okay, this is this. Then the rest you just do it as your own discovery. So that's what I want to do today before we go into the main topic of today. Um, Yes, you're welcome. Who said that? Okay, you're welcome. So I'll share my screen now so that we dive right into Adobe Premiere. So I believe you can see my screen, everyone. So this is Adobe Premiere 2020. Yeah. So now this is like the interface. This is the interface that you're going to see if you're using Adobe Premiere 2020 and I think 2021 as well. So, but if you're using 2019, you don't have. You might not have something like this, right? So once this thing is open like this, what you have to do first is to create a new project. So you have to create a new project, and to create a new project, you would have to. You see this thing here, these two action buttons: new project, open project, right? Open Premiere Rush project, new team project, open team project. Different option, but what you're concerned majorly with is new project and open project. So for the new project, you use it to create new projects, right? Whatever new project, like you want to do a new video editing, use it to create a new one. So while for the open project, let's take for instance, now you already created a new project and maybe you save the file and you want to like start over again, like later on, after some time, then again, also again, if someone, okay, let's say for instance now we in the class here, we ended up having like maybe you and your team, because as time goes on I'll pair us into teams that is going to create like our final project for this training. Then maybe your team, you're one person in your team is working on the project, so he now decides to share what he or she has done so far, right? So the person might just copy the project and now send it. You might drop it on your WhatsApp, send it via email. Once you download it, then you just use open to find the file on your Windows Explorer where you kept it, and you open it. Then you continue from where the person stopped, right? So one other thing we need to understand is that, excuse me, if a project was created with Adobe Premiere 2019, and you give it to someone else, like a person in your team, and the person wants to continue, but maybe the person using, sorry, you started the project with Adobe Premiere 2021, and maybe the person that you're sharing is using Adobe Premiere 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to open that project with that Adobe Premiere 2020, it's not going to open. It's going to give you a prompt that this project was created with a newer version of Adobe Premiere. So it's just like discard that execution process. So that's why I later on the chat, I said we should either download 2020 or 2021, right? So if you use 2021 and someone is saying, okay, now if the person now created the project with Adobe Premiere 2020 and is now sending it to you that has Adobe Premiere 2021, it's going to open on your Adobe Premiere 2021 because he used an older version, so it will still open on 2021, right? So that's how it's going to be, right? So that's one vital information you needed to know. So
Please, a quick one.
Chibuke,
So
Chibuke,
please, so I can understand this particular thing.
if you want to ask a question, use the chat and say you want to ask.
Okay. Okay.
Then I will know. Then I'll know how to organize myself, take a pause, and you don't cut my flow. Like what you know, I'm explaining from my head. I'm not using a book here. I'm not using a book, right? So it's on my head I'm explaining. So you didn't just cut me, please. So ask what you want to ask. Chibuike, oh,
Okay. I was typing. I said, assuming a colleague who used 2012, then now asked me to finish up a project for him, while me I'm using 2021. How can I do this?
that's what I just explained now. That's something I explained, but where are you going to see Adobe Premiere 2012? Do you know what 2012 is? You're talking about 12 years ago.
No,
12 years.
sorry, 2025 or something that is higher than what I'm using.
That's what I said. If someone is using a version that is higher than what you're using, the person created the project with that higher version. The person that copied the project that is saved on his laptop or her laptop and sends it to you, either via email or via WhatsApp or via Telegram, or you guys just meet and he transfers it to Flash, and you want to open it with your lower version, let's say 2021 or 2020, and the person is using 2025, it's not going to open, right?
Okay.
It's not going to.
So there's no magic I can do. I just have to upgrade.
There's no way you're going to do. You have to just use the latest version, because the reason why it's not going to work is there are components that are, and there are actions, elements, animations, effects that were used, right? You know, this is video editing. It's not picture editing, right? It's not photo editing. So there were things that were used from that higher version that you cannot find them in the lower version, right? So because of that, the file is not going to open. All those, the people that created the software and they know how to design it. So all those things that enabled the latest version to run those elements, they are not in that lower version, right? So that's the reason why.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay, so please don't cut my phone next time. Now I to start continue from where I stopped again now. Okay. So now, so to create a new project, I've explained new and open and whatever it entails. So to create a new project, you simply just click on new project, right? Once you click on new new project. So now you'll now be presented with things such as you see your name of the project, and the location. These are the two basic things that will be required of you, right? uh where is Rita? Okay, better, Rita is here because you need to be here for the question you asked yesterday. And so now you have your name, you have location, right? And you have all the options or things to fill out, right? So now name, you simply just give it a name, the name of the project, right? Whatever project that you want to do, you give it a name. Let's say you want to give it Fat Boom, right? That's the name of the project. Or uh, Jagaban, right? Then now, this location is where you want this project to be saved on your laptop memory, right? In your Windows, so that you can access it all the time, right? So that's where you click on browse. Then your window pop-up is going to open. Then you choose whatever main folder you want it to be, either under videos, like mine. My own is under videos. Then within videos, I now created a folder called 2024 CCVE, right? Then I selected the folder. I just click on the folder after creating it and select. And to create a new folder, you just have to, once you click on this video, this main folder, you see something new folder here. For those of us that are using Windows 11, your graphics interface is kind of fancier, right? So you might see something like a new folder, one icon. There's a way you can understand it, right? So once you click on new folder, it's going to create a new folder for you. Then you put in the name. Then you just click outside of the folder so that the name is going to append, or you just click enter, right? Then after that, you just click, you now select the folder and just click on select folder, right? And when you click on select folder, it is then going to append this directory here, right? So you're seeing we have this directory here. C user, CC, and the blah 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 and the rest. Now, under general, all these things here, it's preferable to leave this one here like this. So this video rendering and playback, for those of us that are using high property laptop, like our laptops have high properties, and you're using a dedicated graphics card, right? Dedicated graphics card, that is to say, the dedicated graphics card to your laptop memory that's is not using the screen resolution or anything. They just dedicated a graphics memory for it, so it could eventually, so that it could effectively run high quality pictures, run high quality games, run high quality, name it, anything graphics is going to run it on a high efficiency, right? So most of the people that have this kind of laptops are those people that play games on their laptop, all these gamers, all those people that are so entwined with games, right? They're the ones that run all these kind of things on their laptops. Um, so to do that, you see video rendering and playback. They need to not be under this option. So now you now see their graphics. Those of them that have graphics dedicated, you now see it here. So for this my laptop, this is the only one assigned to it, like memory playback, engine, GPU, blah blah blah, GPU accelerator. So this is the one is selected, and this is like the most efficient one. It's bigger than the second one down here, right? Because this is GPU. GPU is a graphics something unit. I've forgotten. It's an IT10. It's an IT10. Just check it out, right? So then for this video, just leave everything as it is like this. Display format, time code, audio sample, capture, DV, right? Then for the scratch sticks, is also, this is like all these things I'm saying, leave it like that. It's like the global standard. But like I said, every creator has their choice, their wants, right? That's why it's called creation. So just like I said in the first class, that all of us here, we are all gods, right? As per content creation is concerned. So we decide on what we want to create, or how we want the thing to be, how we want the content to be. So, but that is in the world of content, right? So we decide how you want to be. So we tweak our setting based on the exploration we've done so far. So you might go ahead and explore and say, okay, if you tweak this setting, tweak this setting, you might get this, right? So you can choose, right? Whatever one you want. So, but the global standard, as far as I know, is to leave everything on this scratch disk, on this scratch, on this scratch disks, same as project all through, right? Also, the ingest setting, you also leave it like that, right? So, with that being said, you just click on OK. Um, Boom, the project is created, right? So your project is now created. So so now you have this interface, right? So just like I said, the first class, I said because of our intro, we are just like at the basics. We started with learning. So you want to click on this learning, it's going to provide you with this interface, right? This interface like this. So where you have your source monitor, your program, your media browser, and your timeline, right? So your timeline houses the sequence. So and in the sequence, you now have track. So your timeline have all these things inside. So here is your toolbar, right? Your toolbar where you pick different kind of tools to work on. Just like a mechanic does within his toolbox, right? So you can say this one is a toolbox. So um, then if you look at the top here, you see other options again. You have your assembly, editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, library. So all these things are other interface or other preferences that you're going to use while um, working on your project, right? So this source this source monitor helps you to display whatever video elements or picture elements that you want to preview before sending it to your program's before taking an action on it, like an effect on it, right? Um, while the program's monitor shows you all the actions that have been taken, that have been made effect on your timeline. So you split a project, you add a transition, you add the text, and you play it. It's going to show only your program's monitor. So, but let's say you want to preview that video before it shows here, it's going to show on your source monitor, right? So, just like I said, to import media to your media library, this is your media library here, your media browser, right? So you can see you have a project name here, jagaban.prprg, right? Jagaban.premier project. That's the name of this prprog, right? Okay. So now to do that, you just double click here, double click on this import media to start, double click, and it's going to load where your media is, right? So so I want to import these three media files. So I select the three of them. So I click on the first one, hold my shift key and click on the last one, provided that they are on the same line. That one is just basic computer operation. So it's nothing serious. Then just click on open. So now we have our project here, right? So now, let's say I want to preview this project. So that's when I will double click on the project. Once I double click on the project, it's going to show on my source monitor, right? So I can now choose to preview by playing the video on my source monitor, right? So it's just like previewing the video before I bring it on my timeline. Right? So you can see. All right. So now you see the video is previewed, right? Then, if you now want the video here on your timeline, then you have to first of all create your sequence. So, and to do that sequence, you can come here on your timeline, you right click, or you click this, right click, right? Oh, sorry. You click on this timeline, you go to your file, you click on new, use to all the shortcuts. You click on new, then you see sequence, right? You click on sequence. Then you scroll up. Where's this thing? Supposed to see. Okay. So on this option, once you click your new sequence, you'll be left with these things, right? You can see once you click outside, there's no action. Even the setting and the track is not functional, right? So you have to click on one folder, or you click on one project. Sorry, one preset, one sequence preset, right? So the way you come to settings, you can now choose to now change it, right? You now come to custom, then you do other extra settings on it, right? So custom, you change your time base, you either keep it at 23 or 25. So 23 or 25 frames per second, between these 23, 24, 25 frames per second, right? Uh, so this frame per second is what is going to help you understand, right? Just like I was explaining to someone yesterday, I said you can also do extra study on it. It's your choice. So, but within this class, let me explain uh, frame per seconds for you to understand. So 23, 24, 25 frames per second, it means that you are choosing that you want 25 frames to roll in a second, like to roll in a second. You want 25 frames, right? So, and as we all know, in video editing, like not in video editing, so, but in video, hmm, videos are made of multiple picture frames combined, right? Multiple picture frames combined. So I don't know if most of us must have seen like all this content on social media where an artist drew something on the book, like drew diagrams on the book, right? And in that book, he drew it on different, on all like on leaves, on the leaves of the book, like one leaf, one second leaf. For those of you that don't understand, like this leaf, this is a book now. So she drew something on this one, drew something on this one, right? Do something on this one, right? So now, those leaves is one frame. One leaf is one frame, right? So you now understand. You now see that the artist, after drawing on all the whole leaves, he will now like start. You flip the book with speed, right? So as he's flipping that book with speed, it's not be as if the static diagrams are now moving, right? Not be as if the static diagrams are moving. So that is an example of how videos have been made. So it's a collection of static pictures, right? Then it now runs them quick, like in seconds. So as it's moving in seconds, it's acting to become a video, right? So the standard is that you want 25 frames, between 23 to 25 frames to run, right? So that if you give your audience a relaxed view, and it's not even cause like a glitch on your videos, right? So, but there are sometimes based on your camera settings and your video production, some editors or some content creators like to use 60 frames per second. So it depends on your preference. So that's why I say it's depending on the creator's preference. So you make your choices based on the aspirations you need, right? Okay. Now, frames per second. So you do well to make extra study again on frame per seconds. You have different frame sizes, right? So and your frame size determines the quality of your video, right? The frame size determines the quality of your video. So if you decide to use a frame size that is low, they have different frame size. You can do well to look it up. We have there's this 1920 by 1080. You hear people saying 1080p, 1080p, right? That's like the standard. Your TV at home is 1080p. It's the same frame size as this one, 192, 1920, 1080. It's the same thing. And even your PC too is the same thing. Some PC have higher resolution cells, right? If you multiply this one, mm, right? So you see some PC they are having, you see 2160 by by 3840. Right? So the higher it goes like that. That's why you're hearing 4K view, 8K views, 8K pixels, and the rest. So you see, that's what frame size is. So you do well to, but the standard is this one here, right? So this one you can play for your laptop, you can play on YouTube, you can play on your TV screen at home, right? But this size will never play on cinema. See that cinema large screen, just keep multiplying until you get to that cinema large screen, right? Mhm. So then your pixel aspect ratio, you want square pixels, right? Square pixels is what you want to choose. They have other one. They have DV1, NST. They have different options. Like I said, you just choose different options. But I'm just saying that you should choose square pixels. Square pixels is the standard, right? Fields. I just want the fields to be progressive. Display format. You want your display format. You can see we have just few. 23, 29. Not dot frame code. Fit and frame. So, but the standard here is 23.976 frames per second time code, right? So, assuming if you're doing it, it's relating to what you selected here. And that's it. Audio and the rest. The other settings remain constant as it is. So once you're done with all these settings and you don't want to select it again, like go through over these processes again, you can just click on save preset, right? Once you click on save preset, you can give it the name. Let's say Jacobon. So Jagaban. You can also add a description as to why you selected this preset, like the things that made you select it. Then you click on OK. So once it loads, you're going to see custom, right? So now you can see we have custom and we have Jagaban, right? So you can now choose to say, okay, you can now okay this preset, right? Once you okay it, it's going to load here, right? It's going to load here. So now this is where you can now start dropping your video files, right? Your picture files, start working on it. But if I should drop this video file here now, it's going to be so small for this frame size, right? Because this one was recorded with a phone, right? So we should drop it and see. You can see this clip does not match the sequence settings. Change settings to match. Keep existing settings. Okay. Okay, it's phone landscape. The landscape of a phone is still equal to it. Same thing as the off the on. Now let's hope. So we now bring it in. So you can see we have it here now on our timeline on this particular track. So that's how to open a project, import a project, create a new sequence, and drop files on your timeline sequence. Okay, one other way to create a sequence is to create a sequence from the video itself. I explained that in the first class, second class as well. So let me reset this thing. So now let's say we want to create a sequence from the video that we have, right? So we can just click on the video, anyone. Let's click on this one. Then we can right click on it. Then you see this option, new sequence from clip. Once you click on it, it's going to create a sequence from your click straight up. No time for no long stress. Also, you can as well just simply come click and drag and drop to create your sequence for you, like without hassle, right? So but you need to know how the process works. So that's it. So every other thing that we want to understand as per new class, we watch them on the video. I've embalmed you guys. Those of us that came new, I've embalmed you guys into this realm, right? So watch the remaining videos on YouTube. Perhaps the understanding. So from here you can get the direction, this introduction, you can get the direction to it. You can do the rest. So today we'll be seeing how we could add transition. So you see, for us to add transition to a video, we need to add multiple video clips, right? We've done something transition before, right? But the way we did it was we just right clicked here and yes, we just right click, when the cursor changed to this arrow, we just right click, then apply default transition, right? That was what we did in the previous class. So, but this time around, for us to explore other transitions that are available on Premiere Pro, we can simply just do this. You can just come here, look at this learning, assembly, editing. So can we add pictures? You can add pictures to your videos now. Yes, now. The 3 elements that you can add on your browser: video, audio, and pictures. Hmm? So, mm, here you see learning, assembly, editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, and library, right? So, doing that, you could to access our transitions. We click on effect. We select this effect so that will give us the panel that has the preference for the preferences for transition. So we click on it. So it's gonna load up right now. So you can see on this part of the screen here, we now have our effects, right? You can see we have presets, volumetry presets, audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, and video transitions, right? So what we're looking for is video transitions. So to do that video transition, you just click on this arrow so that it give you expand it. Then you see we have different type: 3D motion, dissolve, immersive, video, iris, page peel, slide, wipe, and zoom, right? So um, 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 um. So now we'll just select whichever one that we want. We can just go under dissolve and we'll see additional additive dissolve, cross dissolve, deep to black, deep to blah blah blah, and the rest. So now to add it, we can just simply click and come back. So still here. So sorry for that network issue. So we are here. What's your message? Uh, John Kennedy, I'll answer that. I'll answer your question later. Yes, I'll answer the question later. So after you have a problem adding pictures. I realized but after adding the pictures, I noticed that the pictures became bold. It did not display well. Then use your transform tool. Use your transform tool to reduce the size. As in a so uh, yeah, I'm coming. I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen. Sorry, host. Uh, I'll share my screen shortly. I just need the necessary permission. Okay. So as I was saying, yeah. So I'll share my screen shortly. So, but then to answer, yes, to answer, John Kennedy. So to nine. Uh, so insufficient. What's this? Okay. So now you can see my screen, Abby. You can see my screen now. So we're trying to add transitions. So as I dragged and dropped, it said insufficient media. This transition will contain repeated frames. Okay. Excuse me. Insufficient media. What it's trying to tell me that my video length is not too long. Well, whatever it may be, it's still need transition. So you can see you can see how the transition took effect, right? You can see how it took effect. So this is transition here, right? Additive dissolve. You remember we clicked and drop here, right? At the middle. So well, now the next thing is to see how you can increase the length and shorten the length of the transition. So you can do that by once you click on you can see this is the default state of the transition effect. So once you want to operate on it, you want to work on it, you have to click it, select it, then it turns to gray, I mean it's ash like this, right? Then you now have the liberty of expanding and reducing. You can see we can increase the length to this point, also shorten the length, right? As we want, right? As short as we want, so that when we play, so you can see the transition took effect, right? Also, we can also make a particular transition our default transition, right? We can do that by selecting the particular one we want as our default transition. You know, initially we had, if you should come here, right click and apply, you see we have something like what's written on it, cross dissolve. Cross dissolve is our default transition, right? Now, to make, you can see we play it, just dissolve into the video. So we can also increase the length. All right. So we had cross dissolve as our default transition. So let's say we want to make this additive our default, we just click on it, then right click and click set selected as default transition. We click on it. Then you see it's now have this blue border attached to it. Can you see this blue border? Shows that this is default, right? All right. So that's default transition. Is that understood? Is that understood? Yes. Any question? Any question from anyone? Anybody else? Please do well to ask questions here so that I'll answer it. Hmm? I understand that you might be watching later or working on your app later and you come with questions. That one's understandable. Even if I do that, okay, this is what the default transition is for what? Network is that picture issues? Okay. If the network was disturbing. Okay. Default transitions. You just want to add. Let me delete all these transitions. To delete, you just simply select the transition and delete, right? Just select the transition and you delete it. Press delete on your keyboard. Time to draw the transition effect. Okay. Okay. So, oh, shit. Okay. Use of the default transition is, let's say for instance now you just want to, you know, your default. Default means something that, go and check for default in dictionary. That one is English class. Something, where's that website? My web stuff. So that will read the meaning of default for you. So the meaning of default is a selection made usually automatically or without active consideration due to lack of viable alternatives, right? So it's something that is set automatically, like you just come here, you just want to automatically put a transition here, you just right click, apply default, right? That's all. The default transition comes in, right? So the transition helps you. What one other thing that you need to understand so that you use your question properly. The transition helps you to move from one plane to another plane, right? So as your marker is, look at this, your marker two. As this marker two is moving like this, right? It is moving from one frame to another frame, from one frame to another frame. So it's transiting from one frame, it's transitioning from one frame to another frame, from one frame to another frame, right? So applying an effect on that transition is what we have been doing. So that's why I said we're using is part of effect. It's under your effect. So we are applying an effect on that transition, right? So the effect is something fine, something catchy to the eye, to your viewer's eye, right? Something that they can just like, something that will make the video appealing to the eye when they are watching it, right? So that's why you see they have different types here under this your video transition. They have 3D dissolve, immersive, iris, page, and the rest. Under each of them, they have different options, right? And you can also create your own transition, but we'll be doing that in the next class, right? Not this class. I want us to understand this one so that we'll draft the assignment for this one, right? The assignment is going to entail what we taught yesterday and today. So that's the transition. So you can either come here, choose the particular transition you want. Yeah. Once you choose it, Emanuela, I hope you're watching. So you click on it, yeah? You click on it, then you just simply look at this video here. You see this video clip said there are two. This is the first one, this is the second one, right? So when you move them together, okay, you see if you have a space in between, watch what happens. Once it plays, this is the ending of the first clip. Eh? Once look at your monitor, once it plays, you can see this place that there's nothing showing on your monitor, right? Then it enters the new one, the next video, the beginning, right? So, but when you bring them together without space, you see they are locked together. They are, sorry, not locked. They are bonded together, right? And the marker is now moving towards, you see, when it's playing towards the end of the first one, it enters the beginning of the second one. But one thing you need to observe is that as it plays to this, you can see it just crosses into it, like it just cut in, it just moved in sharp, cut and play the first one, right? So, but it's not smooth. It didn't show anything smooth to read. So that's why you see we are adding effect to that transition to smoothing the crossing to the next one, right? So that's why we are adding transition. So that's why you see we select one, drag it. Maybe most of us don't understand click and drag. You need to use a mouse. This is my mouse, right? You need to use a mouse. In video editing, you cannot work without mouse. That's the thing. That's the truth. There's no way you work without mouse. If you say you want to use a touchpad on your keyboard on your laptop, you'll be slow. But with your mouse, you can simply click, you can hold it and you drag, right? You can see, click You click on it and you drag, right? You now move around to drag while holding the click that you clicked down, right? So I'll click, then drag to my transition point here, and I'll drop it, right? I'll drop it so you can see it's here now. So once I play the video again, so you can see how it smoothly cross-faded into the next one. Let me increase the length so you see it very well. So you can see, right? You can see how it smoothly cross-faded into the next. You are logged off from Zoom. Is just the pop-up message is just on my video settings. Sorry, my video. Sometimes it might just be system, just like system. Remember, the software we're using is not something that we paid for, right? So some things like that are bound to happen. So you just ignore it, you just click it. Nonetheless, it will still apply. It's just telling you, if you read the instruction, it's saying insufficient videos. Some people are saying they are logged out. They are logged out. Excuse me. Can you hear me now? I'm back online. Hello? Say hello.
Hello? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So some people are saying that they are logged out and that the link is not working again. Come, let me alert the. I've been trying to alert the technical team to check it. Okay. So as they are fixing that issue, so those of us that are here, we should just continue with the class. So okay. So we were at I was explaining what that crossfade is. Just some minutes, so I'll be able to share my screen. Okay, so let me share my screen again. You can see my screen now. Your data is take my president, please. The class is soon finished. Just in the next 15 minutes, everything is finished. Right? For today. So that's how to add transition to your work. Right? Okay. So now let's assume that let's see for that picture stuff. Picture. Let me look for a picture. So let's say once we add this picture here now, right? So we can see that this picture is big, right? It's big. Everybody wants to use excuse to. Everybody wants to use excuse to just go. It is not tradition, it's transition. It's transition, not tradition. So we cannot. Okay, I have to go back to editing. I have to go back to editing. Sorry, graphics. Graphics. Okay. Yes, you can hear me now. Empress, Empress, I know I've not started taking my attendance, so my attendance is still in 8 minutes time. Um, I was looking for the knob, just like on what should I call it? On CapCut. On CapCut, you can transform. But I think on this one, the only option that is left for us here is to just fit to frame, right? So I was trying to see if I could get that and transform tab, right? So you can see initially the picture was too, it filled the screen, right? Let me take it off again and add it. So you see, this is a picture we dragged and we dropped here, right? So if you are to view it, you can see it's showing, it moved, it's showing the zoom size, the center from the center of the picture. So in order to make it fit so I'll see everything, you simply have to just click the image, right click, and we select scale to frame size. So once you do scale to frame size, it's going to now scale it and bring it to the frame size, right? That's what it is. So that's how to resize the pictures. So now, for those of us that want to start running, it's not your time. Some people have gone and give excuse of data and phone about to die. So before that, let me explain my assignment. Right, the assignment this time around, you are going to you still do screen record. And you must do that screen record. There's no way you must do it. So all this John Kennedy, I did now. It's not the assignment. Say for those of you just coming now, I said that you should go through all the recorded classes. It's because of people that joined yesterday. That's why I have to do that revision of the beginning, right, before I jump into what I had for today. Eh? I said you should go through the videos, then once you understand it, the question to the assignment is on the group, right? I will resend it again so that you see it for those of you that just joined the group recently, right? The questions. But the submission deadline is weekend. The submission deadline is weekend. So, Christian, go and buy earpiece or you connect to loudspeaker. So, for those of you that are just joining, your submission deadline is weekend. The weekend is between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday is beginning of a new week, so Sunday is not new weekend. So weekend is Friday and Saturday. So your submission is Friday and Saturday, right? That's what I said. Okay. So now the assignment. the assignment is this. I'll answer this person. The person is sending me a DM now. I'll answer that person. Answer that person later. Okay, it's the same. So that's for the assignment. So you do it and submit. You do it and submit. So now for this my third assignment, let me explain it before I'll drop the full information on the WhatsApp group. Now, just like I said, just like I gave instruction for the second assignment, that I said you should download Bandicam and screen record, right? But this time around, for this third assignment, what you're going to do is that you're going to carry your phone, or if you have a camera, you use that camera, you record yourself. You just do a 1 or 2 minutes introduction. That's just all. 1 or 2 minutes. Let's just say maximum 5 minutes or maximum 4 minutes. For those of us that want to talk very well, 5 minutes, right? So now what you're going to do is you are making an introduction of yourself. You introduce yourself. Introduction of yourself. Then you will now you say you tell us, you tell me, not us, tell me your location. Tell me your location where you are learning from. Tell me your location. Your location. All right. Then lastly, you will not tell me why you love content creation and video editing. So now, you see, you have three contents to create. Just three contents to create: your introduction, your your location is still part of your introduction. The main reason why you're doing the video is why you love content creation, right? So after recording those things, the recording flow, you have to do it for take by take, right? Take by take. So then the next thing now is you now edit it. You bring it to your your Premiere Pro. You import it, right? Then you find music, if you so wish to have a background music, right? You have a background music. You put a background music. So, but your audio, what you're saying must be heard in that video, right? So, as you are introducing yourself, now that in editing part, you will now add text. You add a text and write your name. Your name should be showing as you're talking, right? As you're introducing yourself, your name should be displaying on the video, right? So once you now reach location place, as you are calling out your location, the location should display on the video, right? Then once you're not telling me why you love content creation and video editing, the main point why you love video and content creation and video editing should also be displaying on the video. So the main point should be displaying. So now the main tasks that you are going to do on the video is you are going to do text animation, text if animation effect. You're going to do text animation effect. You are going to do you're now also going to do transition effect. Transition effect, right? So now someone dropped it. So now once you are done creating all those content, editing all of them, so once you finish editing everything, let's assume that we finish editing everything here, like we finish doing all the whole work here. Then so we want to now export the video. Now to export it, you simply come to your file, you scroll down, you see export. Once you see export, you export media, right? You export media. So you see, so you're seeing it. So, right, that's what it is. My screen size is too small. I'm trying to see there are some options that are down there. I'm trying to change this thing to the top. Okay, let me see if I can reduce it. Aha, better. Okay. So once you click on export, you will see Messi, you know see what I'm saying that she exports is no, she's not though. She was one of my clients when my studio was open. So this was a picture I took in my studio and edited. So that's why you see I have the picture. No, there's no girlfriend. There's no girlfriend. She's not girlfriend at all. So listen, see how I'm showing you how you export, right? Although this now squeeze this thing like this. Some options are okay. It's better like this. So you see options, you can select match to sequence settings. So if you select match to sequence settings, it's going to match it to the settings of the sequence, right? Then the next thing is to God, let me see. This thing you want me to expand this thing very well. So you see there are options here. So for the video, you can see once you've matched everything to sequence settings, then that's all. Then the next thing, is to you now queue it. So you queue. Adobe Media Encoder is not installed. Please download and install it to use this feature. This problem of using. Okay, yes, drop attendance. Yes, drop attendance. All of you, I was looking at the time. Please drop attendance. So make sure your attendance is going in. Make sure your attendance is dropping. Okay. So I don't know, this Adobe is just like that's probably not using using free software. Free software. So I have once you just finish clicking on once you finish doing that use sequence setting, you just click on export. You see it's going to export your video, right? So now once you export the video, you now go to that folder where your project is. You now locate the video and you now send it. Now this time around, since we are having problem on this is our video. It's not a joke. I still want it on LinkedIn. I don't know. For those of us that don't have link, that don't want to use our LinkedIn profile, I don't know. Well, it's your option. So, but generally, all my assignments is supposed to be most of them will be submitted on LinkedIn. So this one too will be submitted on LinkedIn, right? So after that, you just have to go to where you go to where you check. Isn't enough videos. The partition is different. So, excuse me. Once you go under your video where you saved it, you will now see the video. Where this one? MP. MP. So, so you can see this is the video. This is the video that has been created and exported. The proof is the picture at the end, right? You can see from here. So you see, now you notice the transition that we applied. So you see, so that's how. So that's how you do your own assignment and upload. Once you upload, I will tell you where you share the link, right? Okay, all right. So see you tomorrow. Class has ended.